teachers will use exactly the same approach, the same prompts, right? Age-appropriate topics that match teen interests. Think music, social media, sports, social life, hobbies, pop culture. And avoid adult or overly complex content. So this is where if I don't want it to be about this, then I have to say I don't want it to be about that. Reinforcing the audience. Students need more practice in speaking confidently using relevant vocabulary. Specific task. Provide 3 spoken, focused practice exercises. And then notice I'm kind of repeating a little bit how long each one takes and the level. It's okay to be a little repetitive. Sometimes repeating information a couple times reinforces what I want exactly, and that gives you better results. So when it comes to prompting, sometimes for this approach, just this approach, sometimes more is better, and sometimes being a little repetitive is okay. No PowerPoints, no handouts, no write on paper tasks. Okay, so this is all going to be very interactive. Yes, exactly. Okay, I'm reinforcing this. Avoid heavy or mature themes. Keep it engaging and relatable for teens. Okay. Now for each exercise, here I'm going to give a structure. This is kind of the general structure that I want. Weekend wishes, clearly define the language, step-by-step instructions, time needed, required materials. Okay. Variations. Now I want to offer a tweak for more advanced B2 learners. So for students on the higher end in this class, I want to make sure they feel pushed. You know, you're in a yoga class and the yoga teacher is a good yoga teacher. He or she comes over to the advanced students and says, now you two do this more advanced thing. Everyone else is doing the regular poses, and these 2 advanced students get a special modification. I like to use that approach because I want everyone to be engaged. So I want a variation or something that they can do to extend. Okay? Accuracy, I want to make sure, again, reinforcing the level. I want to make sure, again, I'm avoiding topics, not just saying what topics I want, but topics to avoid. Bars, nightlife, gambling, we don't want that. Keep it positive, relatable, and respectful. Output format, label each activity, and then the goal is generate a fun, interactive speaking exercise. Okay, so this is the basic structure here. And again, don't get lost in the specific words here. Let's see how this works. Let's see how this actually looks. And maybe before we do that, we can look at an example that's not so great. So here we are in ChatGPT. And if you look at this request, here's the prompt that I used here. The prompt that I use, and this is just the first request that I made here. Give me an activity for English learners. Now that is the opposite of what we just looked at. Now, how are the results? What is this activity? Well, the level is A2 to B2, so pretty broad. Focus is speaking, vocabulary, grammar. Again, pretty broad in general. The instructions: show learners a picture, a busy street, a park. Ask them to describe what they see, what people are doing. So it's not that this is terrible. It's not necessarily terrible, but ask yourself, is this appropriate for teenagers? Yeah, kind of. Sure, I guess. Is it appropriate for adults? Okay, yeah, they could do it too. Is it appropriate for kind of beginners? Yeah, kind of. Can advanced level students do this? Yeah. So what's going on here is very general. ChatGPT has been very vague because I wasn't very specific. So what does that mean? The more specific I am, the more specific my results should be. Okay? That's kind of the key here. So this is the exact prompt we looked at. We put that in. And what we get, let's see what we get. Exercise 1, hot or not, rating the trends. Practice giving opinions, agreeing, disagreeing politely, and using current vocabulary to describe trends. Okay? Fashion, music, apps, slang. What is something that's really popular right now? Take a few student responses and note them under the categories. Then we have a main activity here. Students take turns saying if they think a trend is hot or not. Some expressions I could use. I think it's awesome because I don't get the hype. It's not my thing, but I see why. Basically, providing a real example of ideal results. See this? I did this myself. This doing two prompts. And you'll see when we look at it why we need to do two. And we're also going to be confirming understanding. So basically, if I'm talking to you, I say, hey, look at this. You see this? You understand it? Try to look at it really carefully. And you look at it and you go, okay, yeah. Maybe it's a painting or something. Got it? And then you say, you look at it, got it. Okay, all right. Now, you said you got it, so you got it. Now do another one. That's basically what we're doing here, okay? So let's see how we can actually do that. This time, we're going to try creating a quiz. Now, quizzes are very easy, right? A quiz. So easy. Well, it's easy to make a simple quiz, a very easy quiz, but what about a quiz that's really, really difficult? Well, let me show you what I mean. So what we're doing here is, let me go to my next prompt here. And again, don't get lost in the sauce. This is not about the exact words that I'm using. It's about the general thing that I'm doing, the structure. And there are a million ways to say it, right? So notice I'm breaking this down into prompt 1 and prompt 2. In prompt 1, provide an example and confirm understanding. So learn the style and structure and difficulty level of the quiz provided below. Again, yeah, you need to put in a little work here, but there's much less detail, right, than